Hi there makers, it is Jo here, and today I have a product video. So I like to choose something from the website and show you how to use it in real time. It might be a tool or a product that will help you along in one of your sewing projects, or if you've seen it, it might be something you can keep on your radar for the future. Today I'm going to look at cone thread stands. It's a stand that you can add a large cone of thread onto but feed it through your sewing machine. Might be a really economical way of you sewing large volumes of garments or clothes if you're making costumes, for example, or it might be a way of using a particular colour thread that you've got that's absolutely perfect, but it's on a cone, so you can't use it through your sewing machine. With a cone thread stand, you can use a cone and take it through your sewing machine. Let's take a look at the different types of brand, and then you can get your eye in for what to look out for. I've got two brands that you'll see featured on the website. So there is a hemline double cone thread holder. So on this one you can put 2 rolls of thread, which is really useful if you're doing a twin needle sew. There's also a prim one. On this one you can put 1 cone, and I would say this base is heavier than this base. This one is just the plastic tray, whereas this one has a weighted bottom. So you'll need to weigh up if you want to use 1 cone or 2 cones, and whether you really want that steady base or you prefer 2 cones. I'm going to show you this one because I can show you 1 cone threading and 2 cone threading, and you can see how it works. On the back there are instructions for how to put the cone tree together, and then you just thread it through your normal regular sewing machine thread path. Once it's assembled, you'll see the cone holders on the bottom. There's 2 of those, and the tree that goes at the centre. And there's hooks on the top for pulling your threads through to get an even tension. You can put any threads on these cone holders. You can use decorative threads or different threads for different purposes. I tend to use mine for a set of moon threads because then I can zigzag long lengths or use my overcast stitch and not use up my more expensive thread. You can also put on full cones. You do get a little bit of play in those, so it's a good idea to add a cone adapter at the bottom. It's a little wedge of plastic that just fills the hole inside the cone. You drop it over the thread holder, and then the cone sits neatly on top, and there's much less play, so you get an even tension on your thread. Okay, now you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you how to thread up my sewing machine, which obviously might be a little bit different to yours, but if you're familiar with how to thread up your machine with a needle from your spool at the top, it will behave exactly the same. Once you've assembled your cone threader, you can then take the thread over the loop at the top. That will hold a steady tension and flow from the thread. And you want to put the cone as close to where your spool is as possible. You might need to experiment where you get a good thread pull from. When you've got it sewn up, you'll definitely need to do a test piece. Make sure when you pull the upper thread that you're getting a little bit of tension. And have your bobbin threaded as normal. You can see the shot here I couldn't quite get. So at the top, the thread comes from the back of the hook to the front and to the machine. You just sew as normal and you will get a straight stitch. It's great if you want to use the overcast stitch on your machine, because if you want to use lots and lots of thread, then you can take your thread from a cone. This time I've used 1, but now I'm going to use 2 cones. For 2 cones, you'll need a twin needle because you're going to be taking 2 threads from the cone and down to the sewing machine. Insert your twin needle and then thread 2 threads from the cone threader, so they'll be coming through the hooks and to the machine and out to the bottom. You'll get the zigzag on the back where the 2 threads are crossing from side to side, and I've got a white and a red thread there for a twin needle. I've got these 2 threads coming from the cone, but now I can also put into operation a third spool on my normal spool threader. That will require a triple needle, so I can get 3 rows of stitching at the same time. It's also great if you want to experiment with some of your decorative stitches. I've got my triple needle in at the bottom, and now I'm going to add the final spool on my normal spool holder and take that through the same thread path. I'm going to thread that through the final needle, so now I've got 3 colours coming from the triple needle. You can see them there. I've got the 3 from the top and the bobbin thread from the bottom. You can experiment with thread colours if you want to get 3 different colours in your triple stitch, and you'll get the crossing of the threads at the back. A cone threader is a tricky thing to film because it's so tall and it's on the reverse of the machine, but here you can see the threads unwinding from the cone spool really gently, and they're also having a little bit of tension through that hook at the top. They're not wobbling around or moving, and they've got the cone adapters underneath. You can experiment with where you have your cone threader so that you get the best tension. It's great for decorative stitches, so you can experiment and change colour threads, and you can use some different stitches on your machine for a different decorative edge. Thank you very much for watching today. I hope that's helped you if you've seen one of those on our website and always wondered what they were, or if you think it's something that you might add to your sewing kit. It is a really good way of sewing a volume of thread and not having to buy lots and lots of the same colour in a high-end thread. It depends what kind of fabric you've got. If you've got something really special, then I'd go for a special thread. You can see more of our Learn to Sew videos over on our YouTube channel, which is free to subscribe, and you'll get lots of sewing content there. Sew-alongs, pattern drafting videos, fabric releases, new patterns, all of that kind of content is over on our website and also our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again very, very soon.